Thanks. Right now, Charlotte city leaders considering big changes to their transit plan. The city now trying to win over Republicans in Raleigh at the General Assembly by spending big money on roads before pumping funds into things like light rail and bike lanes. But this $13.5 billion plan could impact your wallet. Wake Up Charlotte's Richard Devane live for us this morning asking where's the money? And Richard, City Council now considering raising taxes in order to help fund several of these big projects.
Yeah, Ben, good morning to you. Good Tuesday morning, everyone. But before they can do that, they must first win over Raleigh in order to actually get that question in front of voters.
I've not seen a really great city survive without an adequate mobility system.
City Council says in order for its proposed $13.5 billion transportation plan to move forward, the council needs to ask voters to approve a 1-cent tax increase. And before the issue can go on the ballot, the council must get approval from the state's General Assembly. But Republican House Speaker Tim Moore is on record as saying that Charlotte's mobility plan pays too much attention to items like light rail, buses, and bike lanes instead of spending on roads. So the city council is considering a plan that would front load funding on roads immediately and then shift to other mobility areas further down the road to get approval from Raleigh. The city says this would be a tweak to the plan and would not change the overall allocation of funding, just its timeline. Some members, like Republican Tariq Bakari, says even asking for a tax increase at a time when many predict a recession is not a good idea.
It's incumbent upon us to make sure we keep it low, especially as we're entering rocky waters.
And Bakari also went on to talk about the fact that if they're just trying to move around these details in the plan, which they don't have details yet, just to get approval of Raleigh, that in his words, that Raleigh would figure that out real quick and that vote may not come. Of course, we are still months away from anything happening. As a matter of fact, the council has yet to vote on if they plan to go to Raleigh, or if there's a plan to go to Raleigh to ask for that tax increase. But of course, when they do, we'll let you know. We're right here in Uptown. Richard Devane, back to you.
Happening today, Charlotte area transit leaders expected to discuss the route for the Silver Line today. The Metropolitan Transit Commission voting on its path near the Bojangles Coliseum in East Charlotte. They're also set to discuss the redevelopment of the Transportation Center in Uptown. Tonight's meeting starts at 5:30.